Hello everyone, welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Today we're going to be playing in the KCCUP. We're going to be playing some dinosaurs. I know if anyone's watched like the last few streams, that's probably not too surprising because we have been playing a lot of dinosaurs on stream as of late. And even though the deck isn't... I was kind of hoping the deck would be like tier 3. We have had a tier list update. And it didn't even get, like, a mention. Like, usually when they do the tier list updates, the TPC, we get, like, a little bit of a bit at the bottom, like, oh, you know, potential, or, oh, you know, this is new, but it hasn't quite made it. Just nothing. But other than that, I'm still enjoying the deck. I'm really enjoying the dinosaurs. I'm not disappointed that I got them, and I still enjoy playing them. I think it's just a bit of a shame, right? It would have been nice if a deck that I actually invested in for once actually did quite well. I suppose, to be fair, we did go into Dragon Maids, and Dragon Maids was actually performing at, like, an okay level. We did manage to top a tournament with Dragon Maids, so we can't be, like, too bummed out about that. But today, we're going to be doing that. We're playing in the old KC, grinding some dino games. We're also going to take a little bit of look at the meta and the tier list update, etc., and go from there. But first things first, let's see who we have in the chat. We have Dragson. I don't know what to put. I mean, just hello, Dragson. That's what you need to say. Just hello, friend. Hope you're having a good time. Then we have Ogtoti with the first. OG Toti is absolutely fantastic, right? Absolutely fantastic speed player, fantastic rush player. And recently we were actually doing a Pokemon Archipelago together. And that was actually very, very fun. Then we have Luis Fernando. Hi, Tomato. You think in this month is speed or rush box? I mean... So... we have just had a speed box, so that makes me lean towards a rush box. We also do know that we just had some rush skill updates, and we need something to happen there, right? So I would think it will be a rush box. But I also want it to be a rush box, so it's like, realistically, we don't want to wait too long, and we've already waited over a month for a new rush box, so I think it's time. The question is going to be... because we're about to have a KCCUP, it generally accelerates the meta when we have a event like this, especially after we get, you know, in the end of next week and we have the second stage. People get very burnt out because they are like, I mean, they were practicing for this. Now they're playing in it. They're still technically practicing, I suppose, for stage 2. And then stage 2 is such a get as many games in as you can kind of experience that a lot of people get burnt out on that. So I think they will be looking to shake it up after that. But just like after the GRF, we still haven't had anything new after GRF, right? So I think as much as the speed players would really like a new product as soon as possible, probably, I think realistically it's going to be a rush box. That's how I kind of look at it. But we have VN Penguin. Hello, my friend. We have Cyclone Valley in the chat with all the Diglets. How you doing, Cyclone? New Roman pick alt art revealed. Yes, I did see that. There were a couple of cards that got new alt arts. The trap card that I posted, I don't know what it is. The one that I posted in on my Discord, but it's Chaos Emperor Dragon in the artwork. So I'm like, we got something going on there. You saying something to us, Konami? We getting maybe Chaos Emperor Dragon, maybe some sort. Sunset Rebirth? Ah, is that the Sunset Rebirth new alt art? I see. But I'm still very excited to see if Chaos Emperor Dragon or a version of Chaos Emperor Dragon does come to Brushdale, right? Now, I don't think we should get, like, actual Chaos Emperor Dragon, but maybe, like, a retrain. Because, like, the artwork on Chaos Emperor Dragon as well is just so good. It's such a good-looking dragon. Okay, hello. I'm looking for gems. You got any you could share? No, we haven't got any gems here, Dragson, unfortunately. We have plentiful gems on the rush account at the moment, and in fact in about a week those are going to start expiring, so we'll have to spend probably some of those on some speed stuff, which is kind of exciting. The issue is we'll be spending the bare minimum, which means we'll have like maximum probably about 500 gems, and like 500 gems ain't gonna like build a speed deck, right? It's not even gonna realistically update a speed deck. We might pull like an SR we need, so like It's exciting because I like improving my speed pool on the rush account, but realistically it's not going to make a huge difference, so it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. We have Dwan in the chat. Hello, Dwan, and congratulations on winning yesterday's off-meta tournament, anti-meta tournament, however we want to call it. But it was actually really fun. I really enjoyed playing in that tournament, even though I did get knocked out immediately because of some just awful luck. I think the deck I played was fine. I think I could have changed the build a little bit. The major issue I had was I just really struggled to make a Elemental Hero Fusion. Like, Argent just kept whiffing, or it kept finding the same piece over and over, and I really struggled to just get both Burst Dinatrix and Avian, which made it, like, really difficult for me. But other than that, I think it was a really cool event. I think we got to see a lot of diversity. We saw Dark Galaxy, we saw Light Galaxy, we saw various different heroes. We saw someone playing Gaia Matarion without the Gaia Matarion skill. We did see Cyburst make an appearance. We saw... I'm trying to think what else had an actual, like, big-ish impact. We saw Psychic. Someone played Dragon Fusion without the Dragon Fusion skill. I can't remember what skill they were on, but someone was playing Dragon Fusion. I can't think of anything else. Those are the big ones that stuck out to me anyway. But it was a cool event. It kind of went similarly to how I thought. I did think Heroes and Light Galaxy would be two popular decks. I was tempted to play like Royal Rebels, but I came to the conclusion that if Light Galaxy comes back in full force, they are going to bully me. So I was like, I just don't want to do that. A wild tomato sauce has appeared. Hello, Victor. Welcome, welcome. How you doing tomorrow? I'm doing great. I am doing great today. I'm looking forward to playing some dinos. Gissa Gem, mate. Hello, Gunkan Suship Shari. Welcome, welcome on in. I'm going to grind as much tournaments this week. I'm going to play in some tournaments. The issue is, a lot of the tournaments, just in general, start really late for me. So, like, I played in Quantums, and luckily I got knocked out round 1. Because that starts at 10 PM for me, and I have to get up early. So, like, it's like playing in more tournaments means less sleep. And I need sleep. I joined like 2 yesterday. Nice, nice. Yesterday there was a point battle on, and I really don't like point battles, so I just was not interested in that. And then there was the Meta Weekly, which you have to be a... Was it like a Decade sub or something? I was like, no, don't do that. I finally won a 50-50 when it mattered. Nice. I mean, that's the important thing, right? That is the important thing. But it's nice seeing, again, people bringing back like their old favorites. Like, I remember, Dwan, you played Light Galaxy a lot. So seeing you back on that, I think was really, really exciting. Seeing like Hikari on Dark Galaxy, but Hikari just brings Dark Galaxy anyway, so maybe that's not as interesting. Just seeing like people bring some of their old favorites, I think is just really, really fun. It would have been nice to see more Sidra players. Like, it would have been cool to see like Neo come back and play Sidra, because that was always like his best deck. The LATAM Weekly and Fraud Point Battle. Yeah, the LATAM Weekly, if I recall correctly, starts very late for me. I think it starts at like 12 or 1 AM or something. So like, this just not feasible, just straight up. I thought it would be full of Pyro. Again, I think Pyro's a good deck, depending on what the meta is, right? The issue is, Pyro has a lot of like iffy matchups. So against anything that will just happily sit there and stall, Pyro's gonna like get absolutely creamed by, right? Like, Pyro's gonna be really bad into like Royal Rebels. It's gonna be bad into like probably Cyburst. It's going to be bad into Overlord. Like, anything that can just sit there, put everything in defense mode, and just wait until they draw what they need to kill you. Like, even, like, Matarion, just, like, basic Matarion, is still going to probably do well into that. Like, the only real option they have is either you play things like Stop Defense and Tribute to the Doomed to just get stuff out the way so you can kind of get some chunky damage in, or you just put 3 guys in attack, keep clearing their entire board every turn, and then hope they just don't draw 3 monsters they can summon every turn, and then eventually get damage in, right? So, like, when that's the strategy, like, it can work. It definitely can work. But you're now leaving a lot up to chance, which you just don't really ever want to do. But yeah, I think, like we say, the more that Gaia decks and Gaia Matarion are, like, doing well, the more Chemicalized will, like, rise with it. If Gaia suddenly disappears and Dragons and Psychic become the best decks, I think then Chemicalized is going to find itself in a really awkward spot. Did you see my horrible Eyed of a Tindangle deck? No, I did not see a Tindangle deck. I'm surprised it actually works. You can play Cloudy's tourney then. Well, Cloudy's... What time does Cloudy's start? Cloudy's has the, Usually Cloudy's tournaments start at, like, 10 p.m. for me, I think. Which is, like, again, not great for me. So I don't typically... I used to play in them, like, at the start of Go Rush. And I did quite well in them when I was playing in them. But I was just like, this is a lot of staying up late that I don't really want to be doing. So it's a little bit awkward. I'll explain. I put both OTK and Lockdown in one deck together. I see. So you're trying to be the master degenerate. Is that the plan? We're gonna stall, lock down the game, and FTK or OTK. 5 p.m. I think. Oh wait, she changed it. Oh, usually it's on a lot later. Let me have a look. Let me go and have a look at Cloudy's Discord quick, so we can find out what's going on here. Cloud City, tourney announcements. Master Weekly, that's not what we're looking for. 7 p.m. That's actually not bad. Oh, it's a speed tournament. Today, 7 p.m. The only issue is I have the watch along today. So I don't know if I want to play this whilst I'm doing the watch along, because the watch along start at 8. I should be able to free myself up by about 7. But again, I don't really want to play in it if I'm doing the watch along at the same time. So it's a bit awkward. A little bit awkward. Speed tourneys are 2 p.m. Yeah, it's 2 p.m. I mean, for me, it's 7 p.m. So just DQ before watch along. I could do that, and I'd get like one good round in, but it feels like dicking the TOs around. So I don't like to do that. Like, I'll quit out if like it doesn't matter. The tournament's over, or if like you already know that you're absolutely screwed. But, like, just playing one round and then just, like, dipping just always feels like it's, like, messing with it. Basically, I realized Lockdown can't beat Heroes if they go first, but the OTK... but OTK can, and it can't beat Pred as much, vice versa, and now I beat both. Well, the thing is, right now, I feel like the decks to beat are Salads and Resonance. So, like, it's all well and good, like, playing around, like, Predator and Heroes. But I think that's kind of the last meta. Like, those decks are still going to be seen. They're still going to be seeing a lot of play. They're still going to be prevalent. But I feel like now, you have to make sure you have an answer to those two decks, right? You have to be able to beat Salad. You have to be able to beat Rezo. If you don't have a game plan for those, that's when you're going to be in, like, a really bad situation. Are we watching Vrains again? Yes, we'll be watching Vrains again tonight. Every Tuesday. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for me. I'll post an update to that. Probably like an hour before we start. But, yeah, we'll be continuing on with Vrains. I don't really want to do 7 episodes again, because that went on for quite a long time. I do really like watching it, though, so we're probably going to aim for 6 episodes. But, again, I don't like leaving on a cliffhanger. So, we might do, like, 5, and then find out if the 6th is going to be a cliffhanger, and then go from there. Join point battle. Again, I don't really like point battles. Point battles are... I have a lot of problems with point battles. A big issue that I have is I don't find them particularly enjoyable. As well as, when I feel like I don't understand their deck as much, when I have to read a lot of cards and stuff, I feel like I'm holding them up. And especially in a point battle where ending games quickly is like part of the game, as part of the strategy. I feel like I'm griefing people. It's like when we had the high lister point battles in the RDL, and there was one player in that who was playing Stall. And it was just like, we're playing in a point battle where the objective is to win as many games as possible, as fast as possible to get the most points, and you're stalling. So if you ran into that guy, arguably, it's better to just scoop immediately, because you're going to be trapped in this game for like 20 minutes. And it's like, what can you do about it, right? Like, it's very awkward. It's very awkward. Salads can't beat Lockdown. They lose immediately. Same with Rezo. Well, that's, you know, that's important then. I mean, yeah, as long as you have good matchups into them, like, that's good, right? I mean, as long as you... I think if you can beat those two decks, you're in a good position. Now, that's not going to just mean you're, like, fantastic, you're tier 1, you're the best thing ever. But if you do have a valid strategy to beat those two decks, I think that's what you need, especially going into KCCUP, Stage 2. That's what you can be playing against most of the time, especially if you end up at high ranks. What will Salad do when they can't special summon? I mean, cry, right? The entire Salad game plan is extend, 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 extend. And then once you've extended a million times, you like double Phoenix, pop their shit, kill them, right? Like, point battle room can be abused. Yes. Also, control deck doesn't matter in PB. It kind of does, right? Like, it's like I say, there are some people that play in point battles not to try and win, just to like either mess around or actively try and grief it. Or like some people are playing it with like their wacky, weird decks just to test them out in a semi-competitive environment. But I think it can get aggravating if you're actually trying to win a point battle and people are doing that. So it's just like, it's little things. It's little things, right? Ray is here. Hello, Ray. Welcome, welcome. Resonator, it depends on who goes first. I mean, it always is going to, unfortunately. In Master Duel, the stall decks do well in their KCCUPs because people scoop quickly. It's annoying. Yes. I mean, it's one of those things, right? Like, even in KCCUP in speed, on my rush account, I've just been jumping in and then, like, just letting my opponent kill me. I can't be asked to, like, build the self-TK, so I'm just like, yeah, I'll just pass turn, they can kill me. And I'll have to sit there and I'll just be like doing something on a different monitor, right? I'll be like playing a game or watching something else, right? Just waiting for them to do their thing. And they'll spend like 6 minutes comboing. And I'm like, you have a 3-minute timer. How have you spent this long doing this shit when all you have to do is get 4,000 damage and attack? Like, sure, I might have Kite Roid, right? And you should play around Kite Roid if you can. But it's still so weird. I'm just like, how have you not killed me yet? Like, just summon a 2k guy and slap me and the game will be over in 2 seconds, you know? Yeah, no, I lose immediately against Resonators and Heroes going second. Well, that's not ideal. It's like, for me, playing the Dinos, for Heroes specifically, I basically have to go second. If I go first into Heroes, it's very, very difficult for me to do anything. Open Droplet or Dark Hole. That is the biggest annoyance in the game for me. I think Droplet is slowly becoming... Actually, it's not Droplet, let's face it. Droplet is like, it's prevalent, but it's not the most annoying card in the game. But other than like Floodgates, which basically just say you can't play the game unless you have very, very specific out, Droplet is like the next most annoying thing for me. Because I feel like as the dinosaur deck, you don't really play back row. So you just build like 4 guys that have like interaction. And then if your opponent just like opens Droplet, they just go, and it's all turned off. And I go, well, I guess I lose because you open Droplet. And it's like, okay. How the fuck's Cyclone guy still alive? I mean, Cyclone never dies. He can't. He's immortal. I have added DH to kind of stop Heroes and MST, but like... Oh, Dark Hole. But like, it doesn't matter. Predator, you can still win going second if you draw one of the books to flip their fusion. The most annoying thing for me with Predator is the... Is it Hydra? The one that like just tributes one of your guys out the way? Like just... Because they just go immediately activate skill. And you're like, okay, well, I can't do anything about this. And then you get a counter. Then they immediately tribute your guy. And I'm like, I needed that, like, UCT. And I'm like, could you not just tribute it out of the way and I can't interact with it whatsoever? Well, it's part of the game, right? It's part of the game. You can't just let your opponent have, like, a ridiculous, unbreakable board. You have to have ways to break it. I just wish it wasn't quite so easy, right? So when you have, like, a Kaiju or a Kaiju-like effect, it's just, like... deal with it. There's no interaction. It's just, it happens. When your opponent droplets you, again, there's no interaction. It just happens. When your opponent super polys you, there's no interaction. It just happens. What I prefer is when your opponent, like, has to play through what you've got. So, like, they'll do a thing, I stop it. They'll do a thing, I stop it. They do a thing, I stop it. And now I'm out of ways to stop them, so now they will use their last few cards to, like, try and do a thing, or they bait it out in a gate at like a correct time, and it felt very like clever and very methodical. That's the kind of games I like. I don't like it when it's just like card is played, you can't interact with it, the game is kind of over now. I think that's really boring. Yeah, I like past 2 turns, just end me for gems. Exactly, Gelato Gaga, exactly. That's all I want on the speed account. On the rush account. On the speed account, we're fine, let's play it out. It's fun, but like not on the other one. Dark Hole is a big issue for Tin Dangles. It's the only card they can't respond to. That's an interesting card as well to have problems with. Give us a button to admit defeat, which can show the opponent that you gave up. Yeah, just you need like a chat option, which is like the globally accepted, like I'm giving up. But then people would abuse that, right? They'd say it, and then they'd full combo after your opponent like passes turn or whatever. Now, some Ed boards auto-lose to Droplet, some doesn't. It's just a weakness to your type of deck specifically. Yes, I mean, yeah, 100%. But I'm talking about this from my perspective as someone who's only playing dinosaurs, right? Like, I think if you just had trap cards or like quick play spells, yeah, Droplet is still good, but it's not going to completely shut you down. If you're building a board that is just monsters, Droplet hard shuts you down, and that just really sucks. Obviously, for me playing that. Now, the other thing is, a lot of decks are running cards that just kind of accidentally stop dinosaurs. Like, Resonators have been playing Skullmeister, really good into dinosaurs, right? A lot of decks are playing Crow, really good into dinosaurs. A lot of decks just have Dweller in them, really good into dinosaurs. And for the most part, they're not using them to counter dinosaurs. They just also happen to counter dinosaurs. And it's like, no, stop just playing counters to my deck. That's why Lockdown works so well, because it negates that. They can't use Hydra. I mean, there you go. There you go. Since it's a special summon. Hello, Hikari. Welcome. We actually haven't got any other streamers in the chat, so I can actually do a straight up shout out. I'm really weird with it, where like, if I have multiple streamers in the chat, I don't like to give out shout outs, because I feel bad for not giving out shout outs to the other people. But there's only one in the chat. Or at least anyone that I know streams. So there you go. There's the Hikari shout out. Everyone go follow Hikari if you don't already. You probably already do, but you should anyway. Hikari's great. She's a Dark Galaxy enthusiast. Rainbow Neos should be banned too. I don't care about Rainbow Neo. I might be the minority. For me, the only problem I have with Heroes is Super Poly. If it wasn't for Super Poly, I don't give a flip about anything else in that deck. It's just the Super Poly. Like, the rest of the deck is still really good, but nothing else the deck does is unfair, except Super Poly, right? If they're not Super Polying me, they could still beat me, they could still play through my board, but at least they do it in, like, a fair way, but it's just Super Poly sucks. I hate Super Poly. It sounds like Master Duel to me. Hello, Negative Impact. Welcome. I mean, kind of is, right? It kind of is. I mean, basically, Duel Link Speed is now Master Duel Light, sort of, right? It's not quite. It's not one-to-one. Like, if you were to ask me, what would I rather play? Like, if I had infinite gems, right? If I had all the card pool in every game, what would I rather play at? A Master Duel and Duel Links? I would still say Duel Links. I think Duel Links with the skills, the card pool, the way the game is played at the moment is still more enjoyable than Master Duel. That being said, I think it's undeniable that the game has reached a stage where most decks are turn 1, build a board, turn 2, your opponent tries to break the board. If they're successful, they probably win. If they're unsuccessful, they probably lose. Now, there are some situations where you'll get a grind game. Obviously, there are some very specific decks, like a lot of the flip decks that we've just got, such as Tindangle, such as Subterrors, right? That sort of deck, which do play this kind of control-y grind game strategy, but like, for the most part, it's build a board, break a board, right? Also, I learned that Nibiru can activate, is an activate, meaning the rank 6 DDD and the chronology rank 5 can negate them. Yes. A wild rival has appeared. Crow's good against Tindangles too. Yeah, Crow's just good against a lot of that stuff, right? Like, I think almost every deck has something that you would Crow. So it's like, it's just a fantastic card right now. I think Dinos are good. They're just expensive and lack dedicated pilots. I'm a casual speed enjoyer, so I can't speak to the dedicated pilot part of that argument. I can tell you that Dinos have been getting top 8s quite a lot. They're not doing any better than top 8. And because they're not doing any better than top 8, they're not typically getting like featured on DLM. But I've watched several tournaments over the last week, and they have been there in the top 8s just getting shut down. So I played Dinos in the Acceleration Gate tournament, and I really had a good time. We played against Resonators, we beat them. We played against Salads, we beat them. We played against Salads. I can't remember if I beat that Salad and then there's another Salad. I think I got to the 4th round. It doesn't really matter. The point is, I ended up losing in the last game, but I lost because of mistakes that I understood and I learned from. And every single game, I learned a little bit more. I learned a bit more about the deck I was playing against. I learned a bit more about the matchup. I learned a bit more about my own deck. I got to learn how to become a better speed player, and that was a really enjoyable experience. So even though I lost, I did better than I thought I was going to do, and I had fun losing. Now, I think when you get to a certain point, when you fully understand the game, when you fully understand the meta, when you lose, it comes down to, like, a lot of RNG. Like, I know my deck is built correctly, I know this matchup, I know his deck, I know my deck, I know all the interaction, I know how we're going to play this. And then when you lose, it's like, well, I never found X, or, oh, my opponent opened the custom hand. There's nothing you can do about it. When you're still learning the game, it's less about the RNG, and it's more about the matchup. Oh, I didn't understand he could do that. I didn't know that was a thing. Did I need to make Dweller here, or did I not? Did I need an extra spell trap negate, right? It's one of those things where you can just keep absorbing knowledge, and it's really, really fun. I had a great time in that tournament. Then, I played in Quantum's tournament, and my opponent flipped over on turn 1, Power Sink Stone, and I lost the game on the spot. And I learned, basically, just play Cosmic Cyclone if your opponent's going to play Power Sink Stone. And I learned nothing else. And I was talking to people in the chat, including Quanto, about it in the chat, and they were basically like you could play Cosmic Cyclone, but like no one plays Power Sink Stone, so it doesn't matter, right? Basically, you rolled the dice and you got like a nat 1, and no one else in this tournament is playing Power Sink Stone. You just matched up with the one guy who has it, so get fucked. Like, there's no point in teching against it because you're never gonna run into this card probably ever again. And I was like, that's maybe true, but you don't know, because that deck ended up taking second place in that tournament, right? So we lost to the guy that got second. But the point was, because all that happened was I got floodgated out of the game, I didn't really learn anything, and therefore that wasn't a very good experience, right? That where I played in one tournament and had a really great time, I learned a lot, it was very fun even though we lost. I played in another tournament, learned basically nothing, and didn't have a very good time. So it was like, the duality of man. I thought I was following. You weren't following. How could you? Yes, I will follow Hikari because she finally played Dark Galaxy for once. It's about time, really. It's about time. My opponent let me do full Tendango combo earlier, and I end turn, and they are like, ha, here's a Nibiru. I'm like, okay, I got DDD. Yeah, that was it. Hiking Caesar, I think it is. Negate, thanks for not using earlier. We have Promanicist in the chat. Hello, Promanicist. Hello. I do not know what that means, Ray. I have got to go. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks for stopping by, Victor. Your Dino end board looks like Master Duel with like 4 disruptions minimum. So how would one break that without things like Droplet Kaiju? So a lot of decks, one, just have the ability to just make a load of shit out of nothing, right? Like, a lot of the time, you'll press a skill. Is that Shui raiding on in with 6 duelists? Hello, Shui. How are you doing, my friend? We'll give Shui the shout out real quick as well. I did see that you were playing earlier. We were lurking in your chat a little bit. You were playing Salads. How far did you get in the end? Did you end up getting to max rank or not? I didn't actually. I was very busy this morning, so I didn't get a chance to like come in and chat. But I'm tired. But how did you do? I need to know how you did, Shui. Where did you end up at? For some reason, stuck in 19. I mean, that's quite normal, right? It's still early days as well, so you can be against like some of the better players. I mean, you'll make it, right? We all know you're gonna get to max rank, right? We were expecting it today. If it's not today, it'll be tomorrow, right? Like, it's not a big deal. But going back to what Negative Impact was saying, yeah, a lot of decks can just kind of make cards out of nothing, right? That like they'll have some cards that just give them a load of extra resources, or they have a skill that just make a load of extra stuff. As well as there are some cards that can't be interacted with, right? So like there are ways to do it that aren't just like this one card on its own turns off everything I've got. It's like whenever I play against a Resonator deck, it's really fun to play through everything they've got. It's like what I need to do, right, is I need to get UTC on the board and use its effect. Okay, how do we do that? All right, we can't do that because this is stopping us, and that's stopping us. So I need to bait that, I need to turn that one off, and I need to do that to get that off, right? So it's like, it's interesting how you can like go through it, because like, it's all well and good to just like, oh, we just activate Misk. Okay, but what if you don't have Misk in the open? It's like, what I do have is I have Fossil Dig. It's okay, but if I activate Fossil Dig, he'll negate it with Abyss. So now I need to bait the Abyss on something that isn't Fossil Dig. So then it's like, okay, well, I'll summon out, like, something else, hope he, like, that baits the negate, and then it doesn't bait the negate, and then it's like, well, we need to do something else now, right, instead? I'm facing a constant spam of Rezo. I mean, that's to be expected, right? It's the new, heroes, basically, right? Where were we? Having fun losing is cope. I think that is a very reductive point of view to have, Alpaca. I think, again, you can think that. I think if you're losing playing a game and having a good time, that is the sign that it's a very good game, in my opinion. That means you're invested in it, you're enjoying it, you're really invested into it in a way. Like, the very first time I played League of Legends, I think I didn't want to queue ranked games because I was, like, awkward about it, and I didn't want to have, like, a really bad lose rate straight away. So I queued up 50 custom games, and these custom games were against max level players. And I lost every single game, right? But I had a really fun time losing every single game, and it was just a really good experience, and that made me want to keep playing it and playing it and playing it. Because I was like, well, if I'm losing and having a great time, what's going to happen when I win, right? Holy, almost an hour streaming and no Yu-Gi-Oh! Was played. Now we have 50 minutes of nothing at the start. We've only been actually live for 30 minutes, right? Like, actually, like, here and talking. First time. If you don't have Misk, it's a clear skill issue. That's the weird thing as well, because, like, it's... We have lots of ways to get to Misk, but a lot of the ways your opponent will stop you from getting to Misk. So you just have to hard open it a lot of the time. Just play Mischief of the Gnomes. Easy win. Doesn't Mischief of the Gnomes just change everyone's levels? So the logic is you reduce their level so they can't synchro, right? I'm tempted to try the Yusei deck, but it looks like a nightmare going second. It probably is, right? Yo, Monosig. Hello, Crimson Reaper. Hello, hello. Oof, no League of Legends, not League of Legends. Again, we started playing League of Legends, like, when it was new, like, in its first year. We haven't played it properly. Like, occasionally, some of my friends will be like, yo, we're playing, like, an ARAM. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll play an ARAM. I'll boot up and play an ARAM with my friends, just as, like, a social activity. But, like, we haven't seriously played League of Legends in years and years and years and years at this point. I'm on Synchrons, and turn 2 doesn't exist. You either have hand traps, droplet, or kaiju, or lose. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Just play soundproof, easy win. What is soundproof? Let me look this up quick. I don't know what soundproof is. Is this one word? This one. Soundproofed. This card can only be activated at the start of the main phase 1, and only if you control no face-up synchro monsters. Neither player can special summon a synchro monster until your opponent's next end phase. That's really funny. I wouldn't actually be surprised if that saw a bit of play, because people are so expecting, like, 80% of people to just be playing the same deck. We are also in an ad break, which is, like, it is what it is. When the ad break ends, we'll go on to, like, the next topic, I guess. One of these days. I really wish we could just, like, get rid of the ads altogether, but, like, I'm not allowed to. Like, you get to a certain point, and they're like, Twitch is like, no, you're having ads. And it's like, thanks, Twitch. It's a shame, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So until then, we'll just make sure we get rid of all of our Discord pings, because I don't like seeing those. Oh, we still have 30 seconds? But yeah, the plan today is going to be to play Dinos, right? I mean, what more are we expecting? We're going to play in the KCCUP Stage 1. We're going to play some Dinos. We're going to see how things go. Maybe we get some wins. Maybe we get some losses. Maybe we get cheesed out of some, like, easy wins. We'll see what happens. Because I think that's the thing. When you're at the low ranks in KC, that's when you'll play against, like, the random garbage. And I don't know how to play against random garbage. I haven't seen half these decks before. But we are going to head over and check out the tier list update. Because this happened. We'll hit refresh in case anything new happened. But we'll take a look at this because I think it is worth having a look at. Tier 1 Salamangreat. This is basically expected. The only weird thing, maybe, is that I think some people think Resonators should also be up there. Right? I think a lot of people are like, Rezo should also be tier 1. But that's kind of it, right? A good thing is people don't read new cards, so they try to interact with my unaffected starter synchros. Yes, the amount of games I've won on dinosaurs because people don't read Misk is... Just nobody reads Misk, like, ever. While the Nerd Salamangreat doesn't seem huge, it will be noticeable, especially against decks like Resonators that can produce 4 to 5 interaction boards, which tends to require seeing as much engine as possible. However, since Salamangrate still has plenty of space for techs like Forbidden Droplet and Effect Veiler, I expect the deck to still be a solid pick for the meta. I mean, that just makes a lot of sense, right? Let's see what people are saying about these ones. So, Jorfio, heroes have officially become the Floodgate Turbo deck. Yep. If we tried to play the deck fairly with non-Floodgate techs, it would probably be worse than every other Tier 2 or higher deck. However, heroes have an instant win button in different dimension ground, which again is also going to really hurt dinosaurs. A card that basically prevents Salamangrate, Predaplants, and even Resonators from playing. If you draw it going first, so this deck takes a lot of free wins. Heroes aren't really consistent at drawing these techs, but the fact that DDG has basically no counterplay makes it a pretty good option into the current meta. I mean, let's see. That's Predaplants. I want to see what people are saying about Resonators. Here we go. Norrentino. Resonators turn 1 can produce functional FTKs against a lot of decks, with Hero and Gemini struggling the most. Since Void Ogre plus Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss messes up Hero's polymerization play, which pretty much stops the draw 2 from Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier and the Miracle Fusion Search from Sunrise, they also have Fiendish Golem to deal with Armed Dragon Thunder level 10 and Rainbow Neos. Gemini also struggles a lot against Resonators with Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Against Gemini Ablation, Soul Resonator protects the Gemini Spark, and Fiendish Golem will banish Immortal Phoenix Gearfried. We'll have to monitor how Resonators perform in a meta where Salamangrate is reintroduced. So Resonators are the only new deck to make it to the tier list. Yeah, where the dinos at, right? Where's like High Potential? Where's like, oh, dinosaurs didn't make the list because X, Y. I mean, we kind of already know why. But like, just put them on. I want to see what they're saying. I want to see what the TPC's opinions are, right? During my stream, I opened the 1% brick, opened 3 different hand traps against Dino. I threw everything, got rid of his UTC, and he scoops. Well, there you go then. Just deal with the UTC. That's what you have to do, right? Resonators have had some decent showings after its release, so it's being added to the tier list. Its end board is incredibly oppressive, requiring text and or custom hands for the most part to break. The deck structure has been mostly agreed upon, with players running the 3 Crimson Resonator as it's a 1-card combo with the skill. The deck seems to struggle specifically into Effect Veiler, but certain hands can deal with it. Other hand traps like Ghost Mourner and Chill and DD Crow are only really effective into lines that start with Soul Resonator and trades or 1 interaction with the Crimson Gaia opener. Golden Lockbird is sometimes good, but it's dead sometimes. It's the best hit on Resonator Call. Otherwise, it also trades for 1 interaction. Since Soul Resonator searches any fiend, some weird techs have seen play, like Eccentric, Ghost Chick, Jack Frost, and Skullmeister, all of which have applications in the meta. Yes, Skullmeister needs to leave the meta again, guys. Come on. I want my graveyard to resolve. I don't think any of that matters too much. Battling Boxes coming off the list is like, it's a bit sad, but like, I get it. Battling Boxes' place in the previous meta was contentious, and there's less justification for this arguably more hostile meta. The deck will probably mean, or the skill will probably mean, that Battling Boxer always remains playable on a base level, but they've mostly fallen off with the introduction of newer content. Okay. I still would have liked like just a little bit about Dinos, you know, just a little bit about Dinos. So we'll have a look at some tournament results. So we did just have yesterday's Meta Weekly, where AB did manage to take it with birds. I don't like birds, so I'm not particularly happy that birds is winning against the other decks. They beat Paris in the finals, who was playing this, like, you know, fully optimized salad list. We've got all of the techs in the world. We got, what, the Ghost Mourner, we got Effect Veiler, we've got DD Crow. I wonder how much these techs specifically are actually good into birds. Because obviously this is obviously very much built for the Mirror and Resonators. I don't know how much like crossover that has with the birds. I don't play against the birds a lot, and my deck interacts with birds in like a bit of a weird way, so... and then finally we had a Resonator in top 4, which, you know, it's Resonators. Resonators are cool. It's doing alright. Crow hurts birds hard, because I know they use one of them to bring back one from the graveyard, right? Special summon this card, one we put from your hand. It's not that one. Which one is the one? Is it this one? Deck to your hand. No, it's not that one. I know one of them special summons from the graveyard. Yeah, it's not really important, but I know it's I know they use the graveyard. Rush and Speed World Qualifiers are held at the same time in May. That is a bit weird. I don't know if I like that, but It is what it is, I suppose. Because that also means less, like, rewards for us, right? Same as last year. Well, before... Was that the exact same time? I don't remember it being, but maybe it was. I don't know. I thought it was August. August is when the actual Worlds is, right? Or am I misremembering that as well? Then we had the Cloudy City Weekly, where we had, you know, Resonators win, Resonators second, Heroes in third, and then another Resonator in the top 4. Then we had the Quantum Dailies, where we had Resonator. This was the Resonator that beat me, by the way, Itachi, and his Power Sync Stone, like, just hard draw at turn 1, make the regular Rezo board, and then just basically sit on it. And I was like, I can't beat Power Sync Stone with my build. I don't have anything to defeat it. There was a weak difference between the qualifiers for both. There we go. Thank you for the input, Moister. Welcome, welcome. And then we have just another Resonator build. Although, a lot of these names we're also seeing again and again. This was the interesting one, though. We actually saw a Springans get top 4, which is obviously nice to see. Unfortunately, Springans had to play against the Power Sync and got beaten by that, so it is what it is. And then we also want to take a look at Bismarck's breakdown, because Bismarck does, like, keep track of all the tournament results. Which just goes to show, like, which decks are performing, like, really well. So if we go back to his, like, tier list looking thing. 6 wins for Resonator, 4 wins for Salad. So these are 2, obviously, going to be, like, the stronger decks looking at this current meta. We got, what, 1 Agent, 1 Predaplant, 1 Bird. So, I mean, going into KCCUP, this does look to be, like, the best kind of spread. So we'll have to see, like, how that actually ends up looking. 6 wins, huh? Yeah, I mean, 6 wins is like, you kind of expect this, right? I mean, from what I basically have heard / seen, a lot of hero players have basically jumped ship and are now playing Resonators. It's the new, like, very simple deck to play. I think it's has a little bit more going on than heroes, but, like, arguably makes a better turn 1 board. It almost certainly does. It's like 5 points of interaction, right? What tournaments were active when the ban lists were active? I mean, this is just everything this week, right? This is the 31st to the 7th. So it's just everything in the last week. I think all of these tournaments either had the Salamangreat skill banned, or they had it so you had to discard a Salamangreat card. So it's like, it's fake knowledge. I think that's disingenuous, to be fair, Valley. I think, to be fair, some of these will have different rules for how it works, but for the most part, it's a good, like, indicator of what kind of the meta is going to be, right? Oh boy, can't wait to see that random agent in stage 2. I mean, you probably will, right? You probably will. So now we'll just talk about the 2 rush cards, or it's 1 rush card and then a little tiny bit of announcement, and then we'll kind of get into some other bits and bobs. But this was a new fusion that got announced. Made using Torna and any Dark Spellcaster. During the main phase, this card was fusion summoned. Choose a defense position monster in your opponent's field and destroy it. So just blanket, get rid of defense position monster. Then you can choose 1 level 9 spellcaster monster in your graveyard and special summon it to your field face up. Now, level 9 spellcasters has to be fusions. And not all spellcaster fusions are spellcasters, right? There's a lot of magical knights. So this is very limited. There's only 5 fusion monsters you can bring back with this. But it's still pretty good. Reasonably strong. And it's nice to see Torna doing something. And then the other thing is we're getting a Zera the Man pack. We're getting Advanced Pack Devil's Ceremony. That's going to come out in July. And it's going to have cards for Zera, the Zera theme, which is very popular in the OCG. Is Zera popular? Do you guys like Zera? Who here is a Zera the Man like fan, you know? Yeah, Salad was mostly banned till its skill got updated. Yeah. There should have been more wins for Salad if Quantum allowed it. I mean, yeah. But at the same time, it's still good to see how... Because it's still good to see what would happen if Salads were nerfed, right? And some of the decks do allow it, right? I'm a Zera main. I don't think you are, Quick. I've never heard of it. I like the Zera lore. Yeah, are you a Zera lore fan, Shui? Do you want to quote any of it for us? Zera was my first Duel Links auto duel deck. Nice. I'm a Zera the fan. Yes. Look at this guy. Look at him. Obviously, his artwork's going to get an update, right? This is like his original artwork, but everyone in chat is a Zera fan. All right, last thing we're going to do before we jump in to actually playing the game is we are going to quickly go through the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. I know everyone here is a weeb, because we're all playing a weeb trading card game, right? Quick, subscribed with Prime. Thank you. Quick, my ever dedicated mod.
Quick just subscribed with Prime.
Really,
Very hype.
really do appreciate it. You play Rezo? No, we don't play Rezo. What are you talking about? The only problem I have is it's just another non-effect ritual. Yes! I mean, that is always going to be a big thing, isn't it, Corey? But yeah, we're going to quickly just go through this, because I think it's interesting. There's like a whole bunch of different categories. I mean, if you've done like Game of the Year, it's like that, but for anime, right? So we're just going to like zoom through this. So Anime of the Year, right? What is the best anime of the year, guys? Dan to Dan, great anime. Has a couple of weird little things going on in it, but still a great anime. Delicious in Dungeon by Studio Trigger. Again, fantastic show. It doesn't quite have like the hype, but like it's still really good. We should also change this to this. That makes it a little bit nicer to look at. Free Run, absolutely fantastic. Free Run is really, really good. It kind of hits a sweet spot of being good at everything, right? It's really good at being comfy. It's really good at being emotional. And like I teared up a couple times watching Free Run. It's a really, really good show. The art in Free Run is incredible. And they go so hard on like background and like just like panning vista shots where they have no reason to. As well as it also does have hype moments. Like this actually has like straight up shonen hype moments. And Free Run is absolutely fantastic for that. Delicious in Dungeon has like fantastic world building. The art again really, really good and has like a super comfy feel, but also again has like this intrigue and mystery going on, so it's also like really, really good. Kaiju number 8 I haven't watched or read, so I couldn't really tell you much about Kaiju number 8. I've heard it's good, but I haven't like looked at it, right? What's it about though? What's Free Run about? Free Run is about, so it's like 80 years after the like party of heroes had defeated the Hero King, or the Demon King. They basically go on a second adventure, and they have to like slowly build a new party, and then it's about them like walking the same path that they walked 80 years ago. But obviously because Free Run's a elf, she lives a hell of a lot longer than everyone else. So for her, like not a lot of time has passed, but for everyone else, like they passed away, right? Best anime is clearly No Game, No Life. Well, it wasn't released last year, was it? We got so many like everyone has an opinion. It looks like. Yes, I do. It's not even comparable to Free Run. I personally really like Solo Leveling as well. We haven't got to that yet, but I really do like Solo Leveling. What's it about though? Best anime should be 100 GFS. Oh, 100 Girlfriends. I'm not watching 100 Girlfriends. I'll tell you that right now. That loves you. I need to watch Free Run. I've only seen the memes, especially the Unalive Yourself one. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a really good show. It's just fantastic all around. Kaiju 8 is ass. I like I said, I haven't watched it. I've heard it's good though. I haven't seen any of these. Toadie hasn't seen any. I mean, to be fair, I think Toadie watches primarily like cute girls do cute things, and none of these are cute girls do cute things, right? Solo Leveling is certainly an anime. I really like Solo Leveling. The only issue I have with Solo Leveling is it does one thing really well. Like just one thing. And if you're looking for anything else, you are not going to find it in Solo Leveling, right? Solo Leveling has like, it has good art, good animation, and then like good like power fantasy fight scenes, and that is it. There is like the story of Solo Leveling is kind of whatever. The characters in Solo Leveling are kind of whatever. It's just that. It's like Solo Leveling was made to just give you awesome like desktop backgrounds. That is what Solo Leveling is. But it does that really well. Like it does it really well. I fell asleep watching that shit. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I haven't watched it really good. Right? Apothecary Diaries is fine. Yes, right. I will say this as well. Apothecary Diaries is amazing, right? This anime is incredible. And I think this is like probably the most like underrated show on here. What we're going to do is we're actually going to get rid of my gold bar because we don't need that. So we can actually just see things a little bit better. We can find it. There we go. We'll get rid of that for now. Yeah, Apothecary Diaries, right there. That is fantastic. It is like a mystery show. It's about the main character having like a lot of intelligence and wisdom that's been gathered because of the life they've led and the people that they've experienced, and then using that knowledge and wisdom to like solve mysteries that no one else can solve. And it's really, really good. And I'm really underselling it by just saying that, but it is a really fantastic show. It's probably one of my favorite shows. My issue is, Dan Da Dan is great. I love Dan Da Dan. It is not the best show on this list, straight up. Solo Leveling is fantastic at doing the one thing it does, but it only does that one thing. So I can't say Solo Leveling is the best anime of the year. I just can't. Even though this is it's probably going to come down to Free Ren or Solo Leveling, going by like other people's opinions, like just knowing like the wider anime audience, right? But in my opinion, Delicious in Dungeon is fantastic, but it's too comfy, right? Like Delicious in Dungeon is like the Stardew Valley of anime, right? Shit gets real, but for the most part, we're in super comfy town. So I think it's going to come, for me personally, it's Free Run or Apothecary Diaries. These two shows are both like 10 out of 10 shows. I highly recommend both of these. They're both incredible shows. Yeah, it shows your taste, unfortunately, Cyclone. Free Run is boring AF, and with the German names, it's just weird and predictable. I really like Free Run. Free Run for me is, I mean, I'll give you, it's a bit slow, right? But it's slow deliberately, right? It is methodical, and I think that is a good thing, right? You don't have to be hyper shonen, season 2 of JJK, action, 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 right? I think Free Run is like, it has the right balance of comfy, emotional highs, emotional lows, as well as hype moments. And I think it's really, really good because it ticks all of those boxes. Are we watching the show right now? No, we're not. You'd be sore with 100 and have constant headache, cliffhangers. Solo Leveling is so fucking good. Solo Leveling is good. It's really, really good at the one thing it does. But it doesn't do like... It doesn't have the whole package. That's why it's not my anime of the year. I have to wait a year for season 3. What the fuck? I saw an article and they're taking a break for a bit, hoping it's wrong. Yeah, that would be a shame. But at the same time, if they need a break to make it good, I'd rather wait and have it like being fantastic. No action equals boring anime to people these days. So again, Free Run does have action. It's just, it's very, it's rare, right? There's not a lot of action. And when there is action, it's kind of, because of the way it's framed, it's kind of just like, I'm badass, so I just win. But that's kind of Solo Leveling's thing as well. So it's kind of power trippy. But I think I am going to vote Free Run. I think for me, Free Run is the best well-rounded. For me, it goes Free Run, then Apo, then it's... Delicious in Dungeon and Solo Leveling are both really good for completely different reasons, but it's definitely one of these two after. Then the other one, then Dan Da Dan, and then Kaiju number 8, because I just haven't really experienced it. But we're going to lock in Free Run. I think Free Run is like just anime of the year, right? The film of the year. This is going to be hard, because I don't think I've seen any of these. Actually, I have seen Spy X Family Code White and Hero Academy You're Next. I have not seen these other three. With that said, I mean, Spy X Family is so much better. I don't know if anyone's seen these movies. Like, I've seen some of Haikyuu. I haven't like watched the entire show, but I have definitely not watched the movie. I feel like Solo Leveling will get less votes because the fans are made. I mean, probably, right? Probably. So I think for me, it's just Spy X Family, Code White. Because this is movies, I think it's always going to be a weird one. I know Spy X Family, that's it. But you must know Hero Academy. Hero Academy's huge, right? Haikyuu as well. Haikyuu's huge. I mean, the rest of these... Mononoke, I don't know what this... Like, I know Princess Mononoke, that's about. I don't know the rest of these. So we're just going to lock this in and go to the next one, but there's probably going to be something more widely available. Best continuing series. Ooh. Ooh. This one could be a bit tough. My Hero Academy is giga ass. I think Hero Academy started strong and ended badly. That's kind of my feeling of it. I think it started really, really good. And then it peaked immediately and then just went slowly downhill. Vote for Spike's Family because of Candy. Demon Slayer, the One Piece is real. So that's one thing, right? We have Shonen, 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 Oshinoko, which is fantastic, and Spike's Family, which is fantastic, right? So this is like, which of these shonen do you think is the best? Realistically, it's not Hero Academy. The latest season was not as good as most of the other seasons. Demon Slayer is good, but it's like season 2, yeah. One Piece is still stuck in One Piece hell. I really like One Piece. I think One Piece is good, but we're not going for that. So for me, it's Bleach wins the shonen off. Bleach is like Thousand Year Blood War is just the best out of these shonens. So it's Bleach, Oshinoko, and Spy Family. Spy Family is really good. I don't think Season 2 is as good as Season 1. I actually think I give this to Oshinoko. Oshinoko, Season 1 and Season 2, I think is some of the best anime I've seen, straight up. I think Oshinoko is such a strong show. So for anyone that doesn't know, Oshinoko is a really weird one. Because when you even describe it to someone, it really sells it short. Basically, it's about a guy that gets murdered and then he reincarnates or gets like reborn. He becomes the child of a popular idol who he was a fan of when he was alive, right? And that, it sounds weird. It sounds weird. Stick with it, right? So he has a twin sister, and she was also someone that he knew in his previous life. So they both have all of their memories of their past lives, but they're babies at the start of the show. And then over the 4-episode, or like, I think it's an hour and 20-minute first episode, a lot of shit happens. There's a really dark turn, and the main character is just out for revenge. He goes down such like a dark path, and it is so good. It is so good. One Piece is real. Where's Yuri Camp? Not everything can make the cut. What do you mean? There's been 3 seasons. Wait, is it the AI anime? I don't know what we're talking about. The AI anime. One Piece is about to pop off now. We're back from Fishman Island arc. It's still not making it. It's still not making. I still think Bleach as well. In a lot of ways, Bleach is just better than One Piece. If we're talking about like individual action scenes and stuff, I think Bleach does action probably better than any other shonen. It's like so good at it. The Idol is about AI. I mean, again, I don't want to get into like spoilers, but like in terms of the anime, there is no AI in this. Like not yet, at the very least. Oshinoko, it's about a guy. But it's really good. Oshinoko is, unironically, I've heard after season 2, it's going to go downhill. Apparently the manga gets a lot worse. But season 1 and season 2 of Oshinoko, absolutely fantastic. Top tier anime. Highly recommend. Anyone that's interested, watch this. Every week a new episode came out of this. I was there. I was locked in. I was like, yes, new Oshinoko, let's go. So 100% gets my vote. 100%. Talk about the character Ai Hoshino. Oh, yeah, there's a character called Ai, but they're not AI. Alright, next one. Best new series. Dan, Delicious in Dungeon, Free Run. This is just the same as before. I mean, I don't understand the point of this. Everyone's going to vote for whatever they voted for before, right? Like, if you think something's the best anime, it's also the best new season. Okay, that's just a wasted... Alright, best original anime. Buchigiri, haven't watched it. Girls Band Cry, haven't watched it. Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, haven't watched it. Right, I've watched none of these. Train to the End of the World I've seen bits of, which is actually pretty good. I have heard that Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night is fantastic. And I've seen bits of Train to the End of the World, and I also think this is good. So for me, it's probably these two. I think because I've seen bits of it, we're going to go for Train to the End of the World. I mean, what else we got here? Like, this is apparently really good. I don't really know anything about Band Cry. This looks like it a bit my alley, but I haven't seen it. Also, the animation looks like a little awkward. Never even heard of Metallic Rogue. And Ninja Kami, never even heard of it. Never even heard of it. So, I think we're just going to lock in Train to the End of the World until we get to something that is more my style. Best animation. Ooh. This is a hard one. Does original mean not based on a manga? Yes. Yes, 100%. Alright. Free Run has peak backgrounds. And, like, vistas. The actual animation of the show itself, not as good. But it's still really good. Dan, good animation. Again, it's just not on the same level as some of these others. Delicious in Dungeon, fantastic animation throughout, but a lot of it is like stills. So like, it's not as impressive, right? Demon Slayer, fantastic fight scenes with like the animations they put over it. That's kind of it. Kaiju I don't really have an opinion of, but like, I'm not gonna lie, this looks kind of ugly. And then Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling looks so good. And it does fight scenes really well. It's actually really difficult. In terms of specifically just animation, we recognize anime that is visually stunning in the ways they bring their stories to life. No matter the style of animation, these shows put on a visual spectacle for viewers to enjoy, immersing audiences into a previously unimaginable world. So, spectacle to enjoy, Solo Leveling wins. I'm sorry. It's Solo Leveling on Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer like overuses like the bright colors and stuff. In my opinion, Solo Leveling has like the best action of these. If we're talking about the other part of this, which is immersing audiences into unimaginable worlds, it's Dungeon or it's Free Run. So in my opinion, it's these three. These are the three heavy hitters here. Not based on source materials. Free Run next, Free Run next, Free Run next. Kimetsu already stole top animation award because bigger fandom. What's Kimetsu? Oh, Slayer. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, maybe like Solo Leveling can compete with that, but I think for me, for my personal taste, it's Free Run. But I do want to say, if there's like a best action scene or like best action show or something, like Solo Leveling will win that hands down. All right, best character design. Okay. This is where we get a bit awkward. So Dan has really good character design. And again, are we talking about visual? Artists who have either created iconic anime characters who breathe life into one from other sources, a designer who comprehends the essence of the character design, weaves narratives throughout the strokes of the draw. So this is specifically about the art. This is about the art, not like anything else. It's visual design. That's what we're looking at. Dan is fantastic for this. I think both forms are incredible. Free Run does not win this. Free Run does not win this. Free Run's character designs are good. They are not better than most of the other stuff in it. I actually think Delicious in Dungeon has better character design than Free Run. Like in terms of the way they look, in terms of the way they're animated. Realistically, all four of these characters have so much like charm and so much like love and attention poured into them. No. I want to give Apothecary Diary something because it's a really good show. It's really good. But the character designs aren't that fantastic. They're very vanilla. Like, it's just girl with freckles wearing green. Like, I can't... Yeah, Mao character will have longer relevance lifespan. It will, but this is about visual design, right? And Mao's visually, it's just that. There's nothing more to it. There's nothing interesting going on. I think for me, it's probably Dungeon. I think it's Delicious in Dungeon. The art style in general in this is really, really good, but the way they animate their characters and specifically like give them all like distinct personalities through their expressions and through the way that they're drawn, they all are like very defined. I think it's got to be Delicious. It's got to be Delicious. All right, best director. What anime was best directed? No. Dan is very well directed. Demon Slayer is also very well directed. It's very well directed. Oh, this is actually hard, bro. I think it's, for me, it's Diaries or it's Free Run. It's Diaries or Free Run. I hate to like not give Free Run another one, but I think this is, or not give Apothecary another one, but I think it's Free Run. I think it's Free Run. Realistically, it's Free Run. Free Run is the best directed show out of all of them. Best background art, mate. We don't need to look at this. We've been literally preaching how good the background art is in Free Run the entire time. We don't need to even look at the other options. It is Free Run. Best romance. Ooh. Sign of Affection. We got Ranma. Ranma is a classic. Blue Box, I haven't watched. Scott Pilgrim, we're not giving it to Scott Pilgrim. Dangers in My Heart is a really weird show. I think it's Blue Box. Again, I haven't, like, watched a lot of these, so, like, I don't have, like, a ton of explanation to give, so we're just going to give it to Blue Box and move on. Best comedy. Alright. Konosuba is really good. Season 3 was a lot weaker than the other 2 seasons, so we're not giving it to that. Dear Friend Nokotan. This show has about 3 minutes of funny in every episode, and about 17 minutes of waiting to get to the funny. So, like, I'm not giving it to Dear Friend Nokotan. This is the kind of show that is excellent to make memes out of, and bad about doing everything else. Delicious the Dungeon is, like, it's funny, but it's not, like, ha-ha funny. It's just kind of, like, good. You move on. Spy Family, again, is good. It's funny. Realistically, it's Mashal. Mashal is so funny the whole way throughout, and still has, like, a fantastic, like, shonen built into it as well. So for me, it's Mashal. Konosuba is just good in general, though. Yes, Konosuba is good. I don't think it's the best comedy. I think Mashal is the best comedy. Nokotan was the biggest bait in history. Yes, I hard agree with that. I went into this waiting for it to be, like, the funniest shit I'd ever seen, and it was, like, it was alright. I didn't even finish it. I dropped it because it was boring. And when a comedy is boring, what do you do, right? So for me, it's Mashal. Mashal is a fantastic show. Best action. Bro, they can't put Windbreaker here. Windbreaker's action is so good. But they've put it next to Solo Leveling. Oh, that is so sad. Like, both of these shows deserve to win. I didn't even think about Windbreaker as well. Windbreaker is so good. I don't even. So to anyone that hasn't seen it, Windbreaker is like, it's a shonen, but it's a shonen where all the people in it are just regular dudes. But it's animated so well, and it has such good action scenes. But Solo Leveling is like so extra, right? It's so good. How much seasons does Windbreaker have? So the second season of Windbreaker is airing now. Pick Solo Leveling, it's not even done. Well, neither is Windbreaker. Windbreaker is airing right now. But I don't think whether or not something's finished or not is a good indicator. It's just how good is it, right? Solo Leveling, again, they're both really good. Like, they're both really hype. Solo Leveling does, like, the over-the-top, bombastic, super epic final battle thing really well. Windbreaker is a lot more, like, down-to-earth, but has, like, really good... I'd call it, like, cinematography, but it's more like the way that you can use the camera in, like, animation is a lot more difficult than just, like, moving a camera around, right? I think I'm giving it to Windbreaker. Windbreaker is so good. It's so good. Alright, best isekai. This should be quite easy. Konosuba's good. Again, Season 3 was not that great. Shangri-La is good. I really like it. Mushoku Tensei is on here as well. It's not Suicide Squad. Although this was actually really good. It's not that. Reincarnated as a Slime Season 3, again, was good. But it became, like, the meeting show where they're just in meetings constantly. ReZero is ass. So that is someone who has not watched Season 3 of ReZero. Season 3 of ReZero is incredible. Like, Season 1 of ReZero, it's a 5 out of 10. Season 2 of ReZero, it's a 6.5 out of 10. Season 3 of ReZero, this is a 10 out of 10. The main issue this has is, you have to watch the 2 kind of mid-seasons to get to the good shit. And that is the biggest weakness of ReZero. But, if we're only judging it on Season 3, ReZero is fantastic. The issue is, so is Jobless Reincarnation. Konosuba, unfortunately, is not winning this, because Season 3 is the weakest season of Konosuba. If this was Season 1 or Season 2, this would be a frontrunner. Season 3 is not the best season of this. It just isn't. Shangri-La is good. I don't think it's in the running. Reincarnated as Slime again is good, but I don't think it's in the running. For me, it's these two. It's ReZero and it's Mushoku Tensei. They are both absolutely fantastic shows. But if I'm talking about what I think, like, Season 2 Core 2 versus Season 3 of ReZero, it's Season 3 of ReZero. It is. It just is. It just is. Right, best drama. Oh. Right, so Free Run is fantastic. It is not the best drama. It is not the best drama. Hello, Shy. Welcome, welcome. I didn't like D. I didn't really like this show. I kind of bounced off of it. I don't care about this. It's not Pluto either. It's not Free Run. Free Run is a great show. It is not the best drama. It just isn't. It is Oshinoko or it is Apo Diaries. For me, I think this is Apo Diaries. Apothecary Diaries is so good. And drama and, like, mystery is where this show excels. That's, like, its thing. And no other show realistically does it better. I mean, Oshinoko is still fantastic. I just don't think it does drama better. It does. It does do it. It does do it really well. Oshinoko is a close second. It's a very, very close second. But, like, it's definitely these two. Slice of Life. Here we go. Right, this is the Toti section. So we get Laid Back Camp. Really good. I'm not really into Maccain, so it's kind of whatever. Villain Day Off. Sound Euphorium. And The Dangers in My Heart. I think it's probably Laid Back Camp Season 3. Yuri Camp next. Oshinoko Season 2 didn't hit the same for me. I still really liked it. It hit in a different way for me. Like, it didn't hit the same, but it still hit, right? I mean, I think it has to be Laid Back Camp, right? Like, straight up. Best main character. Oh, so it's Free Run. It's not him. It's not Momo. Like, I like Momo. She is not my favorite Dandadan character. Okarun is good. Genuinely a really good character. Mao Mao is so good, though. Sung Jin Woo as well. This is the issue. In terms of actual just characters, Free Run, Mao Mao, and Jung Sin Woo all deserve it. They literally all deserve it. It's like... They're so good for such different reasons. Free Run is so... Like, she's kind of aloof. She has so much character, like, expression. I wouldn't say she has, like, development, but she has, like, expression. She sort of has development, but it's all kind of speed ran at the start. She's kind of, like, already a glass that's full of water, right? There's not really a lot to add to it, but it's a really good glass full of really good water, right? She also has, like, that playful side. When she was trying to give Stark the potion that, like, melts clothes, and she's, like, always doing, like, the smug face and shit. Like, she's so good. But then Mao Mao is incredible, right? Mao Mao makes this entire show. Mao Mao is Apothecary Diaries, right? Without her, it isn't a show. Like, straight up. But then again, you could say about any of these. Because Sung Jin-woo, again, like, the anime that he's in does one thing really well. But that one thing really well involves him being the entire plot. Like, the entire story of Solo Leveling is Sung Jin-woo. I Like Me and Mono are just the same. It sounds like you guys haven't, like, watched a lot, to be honest. You just, like, you've watched, like, 3 shows, you just want those ones to win all the time. I give it to the guy that lost his feelings. He deserves it. And she's racist, peak main character. To be fair, she's racist against, like, monsters, so it's not quite the same thing. Tomato's speaking like he would drink that glass of water. I like Freerun. The anime delivers a lot of meaningful messages. It is good. I'm just one... Again, we're not asking what's my favorite show here. We're not asking what's the best show. We're just asking who is the best main character, right? And who is it? I think we're going to drop Sung Jin-woo. It's Mao Mao or Freerun. I like Sung Jin-woo. I don't want to take anything away from Sung Jin-woo. He's just not as interesting of a character as Freerun or Mao Mao. Both these characters are actually very similar. Mao Mao is like tier 2 Freerun. How I find that one? Which one? What, Freerun? You talk about Freerun? Yeah, you have to be... Because of the delay on Twitch, it's better if you ask things in, like, as a whole sentence. Because then I get, like, the context of it. Because, like, sometimes I'll, like, jump around conversations. So, like, you like, tell me what you want to see, I can help you with it. Right? I think I'm giving this to Mao Mao. I know a lot of people won't like that. But Mao Mao is... in my opinion, the best main character, but it's really hard. It was really hard. A best supporting character. Oh, Fern Himmel. It's not Jinshi. Jinshi's a good character. He's not better than Fern or Himmel. Seiko Senshi. It's not Turbo Granny. Oh, this website. Oh, we can chuck it in chat if you want. There you go. I'm no fan of Himmel. I think Himmel's good. But he's hardly a character, right? He's like he's a memory. Like, almost all the time. Fern is great, but she also, like, is very quiet. She doesn't do a lot. Senshi, like, makes this show. Like, take Senshi out of this show, it is not the same show. You could take Fern or Himmel out, and you'd get on fine. Like, the dynamic would change a bit, but you take Senshi out of Delicious in Dungeon, and that show is not the same, like, at all. It's what Himmel would do. It is what Himmel would do. I think it's Senshi. I genuinely think it's Senshi. Senshi, just out of these characters, he is the most important to his show. He is a really good character. I think it's Senshi. I think it's Senshi. Right, we're almost done. Must protect at all costs character. Ooh. How does anything beat Anya? Can anything beat Anya? You take Himmel out of the plot. Freerun turns into Solo Leveling. Not really. Plus, the main thing is, you can reference Himmel without having him on screen. Without him being an actual character, right? He'd just be a referenced character, and he would accomplish the same job. You just would cut out the flashbacks, right? It's not Freerun. It's not Okarun. It's not any of these other crap. Senshi, maybe. I think it's got to be Anya, right? It's got to be Anya. There's no way Anya doesn't win this. Best anime song. Ooh. Level is really good. But so is Bling Bang Bang Bon. So is Fatal. I don't know what the Brave is. Which one is the Brave? Because there's like several like good Freerun songs. Let's click into this. Nintendo Direct. Eh. And this also slaps though. Oh, bro. Ah, it's so hard. We don't need that open anymore. So you want to have a look at level quick. The issue is like, the issue is anime music always slaps. I don't think this is the best opening though, so I don't think we're giving it to solo leveling. But like, they're good. They're all good. DMCA. I mean, yeah, probably. I love Free Run ending more. Yeah. Are you alright? Can you hear me? Like, it's so good. Just Mashal, just straight Mashal. I mean, it's really good. Bling bong bong bing bong bong bling bong bong boom. Bling bong bong bling bong bong bling bong bong boom. Like, it's... but Fatal is also really good. This is so hard. This is so good. Alright, we're doing it. We're locking in Mashal. This was so iconic, it spawned memes, right? And it's still a fantastic song. It's still fantastic. Just click some buttons and start playing dinosaurs already. If you don't like it, Manicist, we could show you the door. Best score. So here's like the best like background music, basically. It's one of these two. I can tell you right now it's one of these two. The Bleach music is really strong. Like just the fight music as well in Bleach just all the time is incredible. Free Run just has like the perfect mood setting. Now, so solo leveling has like really hype, like specific music in solo leveling is really good. Overall, its quality is not very good. Like overall, it's not great. Free Run and Bleach have like impeccable quality throughout. Like the actual entire soundtrack of both of these is absolutely incredible. Like Dandadan's is good, but it's not these two. I think we give it to Free Run, to be honest. Free Run is a show that is able to animate as well as put the best soundtrack to every individual scene to get the exact emotional response they want. So I think it has to be Free Run. But Bleach is a close second. Bleach, like the fight scene music, incredible. The different tracks they use to build tension and to build excitement and like to swell or also to diffuse tension as well, because they have like a lot of comical bits where they have like really funny music that gets attached to it, is also absolutely fantastic. But I think it has to be Free Run. Best opening sequence. All three of these deserve this. Like, not just the song, but like absolutely everything attached together. All three of these deserve this. I'd actually go a step further. There are several shows that should be on here that aren't. Oshi next. Oshi is really good. Like, it is really good. But does it beat Bling Bang Bang Bong? One Piece? I haven't seen this one. So I don't really have an opinion. I'll tell you what, let's go and take a look. I'm gonna judge it based on this, because I haven't watched One Piece since the Wano arc. Well, this is just full of spoilers, but sure, let's go. Right, we're getting DMCA'd for this, but this is fine. I mean, One Piece openings are always good. There's been, like, maybe one bad One Piece opening. The animation also is really clean. Like, look at how smooth this animates. I don't know what they've done with the art style. I assume this isn't, like, the new art style of the show. But everything's, like, got, like, bold lines going around the outside, which they never used to have. Like, this looks so good. I gotta say, the soundtrack ain't doing as much for me. I think there have been better One Piece, like, opening music. Alright, I think we got the gist. I don't think that's winning for us. It might... We're not just watching random openings, Cyclone. We're watching them because they're contextually relevant. We're going to go big, bling, bang, bang, bong, because Smash was fantastic, and it was a fantastic opening. Right, best ending sequence. See, this is where Freerun would just, like, win. Burning's really good, actually. Request is good, but I think the opening is better. I think we go Burning here. Best voice artist performance Japanese. Mau Mau's really good. So's Freerun. No. Again, really good. Really good. If I'm being honest, if I think the more iconic voice for me, who also has the most range and depth, is Mau Mau. The reason is, Freerun kind of just speaks in, like, 2 different tones throughout the entire thing. We don't get a lot of, like, range with it. Mau Mau does. I never pay much attention to voice acting. I mean, that's absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair. I think we're going for Aoyuki. We're going for Mau Mau. Right, best voice artist performance in English. I have heard this in English. I haven't heard this in English. No, it's not you. I'm sorry. It's Freerun. It's Freerun. I'm sorry. Freerun is still good in English. And that's it. We've come to the end. We have finished. We have finished. Dub skip. I've watched Freerun in English, so I can tell you I do genuinely really like it. English angry! Alright. That took a little bit longer than we expected, but we are now going to be jumping into some KCCUP grinding, playing some dinosaurs. We'll play a couple of warm-up games and see if we are still dog shit. Let's see what happens. We're at Duelist level 7, so still right at the bottom at the moment. Ooh. Ew. And we also need our gold back. Aha. Okay. We are against heroes. And we are going first, which is catastrophic. We don't want to be going first against heroes. This hand is also not particularly good. The issue is, no matter what board we make, we kind of just want to end on... I mean, we kind of have to go through the motions either way, right? We summon Ovi. Ovi effect is still just always grabbing Baby. We'll go Misk. Summon out Arc. Arc effect, pop the Baby. Grab the pill, which is obviously we don't need the pill, but we want him popped. At this point, we probably just make Giant Rex, because we're going to want him in rotation. Then we go into the Linkaribo. Why do you guys hate English? It's like English dub is just generally worse than sub. It's not always true, but generally it does tend to be true. Alright, we'll go ahead and pop Linkaribo, grab you. We don't really need the second pill. But we also don't really need the Archosaur. I think we're going to get rid of the pill, though. So here, we probably just go Dweller. The issue is, I want to pop this. I want to pop Baby. Because then I can get the Misk early, but I don't think we can afford to. So I think it's just going to be Dweller. And then we're just going to go Pill. Right, it's not pretty, and it's not great. But considering the hand we had, I think this is the best I could come up with. So Dweller can't get super polyed, but Ultimate Conductor Tyranno obviously can get super polyed. Only very few anime are good in dub. Most of the anime JP voice actors are better performance. Tomato, did you watch Edge Runner? Yes, I did. It was absolutely fantastic. I adored it. Best English dub is DBZ Abridged. Changed my mind. I mean, you've got a strong opinion going there. I'll tell you that much. Right, we go Conductor. And this is actually quite good. Because he summoned a monster without just shotgunning his Super Poly, we can now grab Misk. Oh, no! Ah, the misclick, bro. We were meant to go Ovi into Misk. Oh, we had it. We had it, bros. We had it. And we threw. Grrr. The issue is as well, I mean, we might still just lose that anyway, because we go Misk, if we go OV grab Misk, we then activate Misk, he just chains Super Poly, right? So we'd lose like the UTC either way, but UTC's already spent, so maybe it doesn't matter. Thank you for the follow, NT3. Ugh, another ad break. Gross. But yeah, going first into Heroes is always a nightmare for dinosaurs. It's just awful. You just don't want to do it. If you go second into them, it's kind of easy. But if you go first, it's garbage. I suppose as long as they don't Necro Valley you. Like, if they floodgate you, you're screwed anyway, right? Okay. Let's go Misk. Activate Misk. We'll go Arc. Arc Effect. Pop the baby. Grab the pill. Baby Effect. We go OV. OV Effect. We'll grab Conductor Tyranno. We'll go Dig. Grab Giant Rex. Because we still maintained our normal summon, we're probably going to use the skill. Because then we can get a +1. Ah, it doesn't really matter. I guess it kind of does. Because we also want to get that in the graveyard anyway. So we are just going to send the Linkaribo because we can get that. Put this straight into the graveyard. So now, because we haven't used our normal summon, we can use Baby Cero here. Then we can go Oviraptor. Pop the baby. Summon out just another baby. This basically just gets us like a free plus. Of which we are going to just summon out Misk, I think. So now it comes down to which cards do we want to just make. We could just make like double Lagia. It's probably like the safest thing we could do. I summon forth Lagia. Then we go double Evo Pill. We go 1. We go 2. We do not negate ourselves. And we'll summon out Overtex. We then go Giant Rex. Gonna try and Deep Dark Hole. Gonna Chain Reaction. Sure, we'll just fire this, I guess. I could have popped the baby, but then I'd have to get my only other level 4, which I didn't really want to do. No, that's the wrong button. We want to change you to level 4. Then we'll just make another Lagia. I think just having as many spell trap negates as possible against the trap deck is probably for the best. We go 1, we go 2, we summon out Conductor Tyranno. We go to battle, we swing with Conductor Tyranno. Trap Hole of Spikes. Chain Reaction. Activate the effect. Let's try and catch that in a sec. See you tomorrow. I need to run. Thanks for stopping by, Mono. I need to mute you soon? I mean, that's fine. We can be muted. That's a-okay. Tomato, have you seen the alt arts for Rush Anniversary Pack? Sunset Rebirth has the Chaos Emperor Dragon. We've already posted it, Manicist, in the Discord. Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Organization has the new Rush cards and reprints. Nice. Alright. Well, we got a win on the board against Chain Reaction. I don't know if that's particularly impressive or anything, but we did it. King of Shad. Playing Yami Yugi. I'm guessing this is probably... This going to be like Battle Chronicle or something? It's not Battle Chronicle. We are going first. Vlad Misk. Activate Misk. Misk effect. Summon out Arch. We actually are going to... Assuming he doesn't have any hand traps, we will do full combo here. So you'll actually get to see the actual full combo of this deck. Assuming we don't mess it up. Oh, our Ghost Cyclone looks great. I mean, that's good. They showed it all off on a stream. So I saw most of it today. So now we'll grab Tyranno. Then we'll go Linkuriboh. Activate the skill. Send Linkuriboh to grave. Get that. Throw Giant Rex into the bin. Normal the baby. Activate OV. Pop the baby. Bring back Arch. Baby effect. Summon Arch. Go Robin. Then we'll go Pill. We go 1. We go 2. We summon out Overtex. Giant Rex. Summon itself out. And we go Lagia. And then we go UTC. Okay, this is full combo. Let's see what he does. Can he play through this nightmare board that we've given him? Hello, eHero XGP. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's see what he's got. Let's see what our daring opponent has got for us. Has he got anything to break through this board? We're going to discard Magician of Dark Illusion to special summon Apprentice Illusion. Do we give a shit about Apprentice Illusion? It lets him get a free plus. No, you know what? You can have it. I mean, at the moment, all that does is pop Robin, right? I think I'm fine with this. This adds vanilla DM to hand. Okay. If you do try normal summon Dark Magician, I can't do anything. It's only special summon as well. It's quite funny. Monster Reborn. Okay. It's gonna, like, pop it back in your hand? Not because I have to, just because it's kind of funny. Be gone with you. Hey, Ursus, welcome, welcome. What a dino field. Yeah, this is full combo. The issue is, this still gets outed by quite a lot. Now, against Dark Magician, maybe not. I mean, he's just going to attack over Robin. If Robin's going to die anyway. Nah, you know what? Screw it. He's just ending his... He's not even going to attack over Robin. Bro just doesn't even want it. Go, Misk. I mean, do we activate this? I don't even really want to. So, theoretically, it does make sense. I know the card in his hand. So I think we just go to battle. Magician's Navigation! But what if I laggy it? Ultimate Providence? That's actually a counter trap. I can't do anything about that. Okay. Then we'll take it. We always take them. All level 8. Yeah! I mean, we'll get through the muck eventually, right? And start playing against real decks. I mean, saying that, we lost to Heroes earlier, but, like, is Heroes muck? It kind of is. But it's just, like, meta muck. Now, speak of the devil. Right, can we please go second? Just let me go second. Okay. As long as we open Misk, this is usually quite easy going second. Well, actually... If he floodgates, we also could just get absolutely messed up, but... Like, if bro just, like... I don't know. If he uses the trap, I think we're screwed no matter what. If he just plays Necro Valley, we can sort of play through it. I'm Dragon Thunder! Gets Polly. Jesus blessed your hand. The issue is, like, sometimes Fossil Digger's really good, sometimes it's really garbage. It kind of depends. Open Misk in 3 ways to add Misk. Again, it's one of those things where, like, depending on what you're against, sometimes these 3 aren't enough to actually get the Misk. Like, if I'm playing against Resonators, this wouldn't get Misk. He would just negate all 3 of them, and I'd be like... Alright, we start with Misk. So that's probably Super Poly. It doesn't have to be, but it's probably Super Poly. Pretty large gap between someone who's playing heroes and someone who knows how to play heroes. Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. Okay. We're going digging. Ba-bow. What are we actually doing with Fossil Dig? This might just grab another baby, depending on how this goes. I mean, assuming we know that his back row is what we think it is. Why did I do this? Alright, we have clicked the button wrong. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm sure we wouldn't need that second effect anyway. I don't know why we did that. Like, entirely. Like, brain just, like, skipped a step again. Alright. Archosaur. Archosaur effect. We're probably fine. We do have, like, an extra normal. Which we could use if we want. We don't need it. Vela! Reading! Pop the baby. Grab pill. Bro's like, why DINOS still work? Alright. Ovi just grabs us Misk. And we'll go Linkaribo. Are we using the skill here? We probably are. Yeah, you're gonna super poly my Linkaribo? You could do it if you want, I don't mind. So we will... I think we will use the skill here. Grab the baby. Discard the Rex. So we don't need to do that, but because we still have the normal summon, I like to do this because it gets us like an extra plus. We'll go OV, pop the baby because it's not going to work on Arm Dragon because he's got protection. At this point, we just summon out baby again. We're going to have to link this baby off, which is fine. At this point, if we're going to be linking off anyway, we might as well maintain all of that and just get rid of the Archosaur. So now the question becomes, what do I want to discard? Because we're going to have to discard something. So we're just discarding Oviraptor, I guess. Because we have to force out the back row. But that has to happen. So go into Phoenix. Arm Dragon be destroyed by card effects? I thought it couldn't be destroyed by card effects because of like... Oh yeah, you're right. You are right. I mean, either way, it's fine. So this now forces the Super Poly. Which he chronicled as well. Nova Master! Okay, so now we go double Evo. We go 1, we go 2. I guess it's still just Overtex. We don't really need anything else at this point. We go Giant Rex. Summon this out. We'll then just go Lagia. We go Conductor by banishing... I guess it doesn't really matter. 1, 2. We'll go Dig. I guess we'll just grab the baby. Activate Tyranno. Pop the baby. We'd probably grab Misk here, just because. We want to keep the others in case we get a baby which we can then search, which is like unlikely to happen from this stage, but still. There we go. And there we go. I mean, again, playing against this deck turn 2 is a lot easier. I'm on Subterras, fell in love with them. Mastered all... When Mastered all came out, so happy they're in Duel Links now. I've never been a big fan of Subterras, and that's just because, like, control decks... I don't mind control decks. I think Subterra, though, is, like, it's a level of, like, frustration to play against. So that's why I don't really like playing against Subterras, personally. And next is going to be like, why no Super Poly work? A Tomato when he doesn't read card, Tomato when opponent doesn't read card. Listen, if everyone's allowed to make fun of me for not reading, I get to make fun of them for not reading, okay? Another Jaden? When do we get to the Resonators? Can I go second again? Oh. Ow. I don't want to go first against this deck. I mean, this hand is still really good. Go Misk. Are we just searching Misk? We might be searching Misk. It's still not an easy one, because, so, we can stop him from super polying us in the main phase, but then he will just super poly us in the battle phase. So, like, it's not as easy as just, like, oh, we'll just stop him, GG. It's actually a little bit more awkward than that. So we'll go Overraptor here. With Ovi, I think... I could just make, like, the whole board. No, because I need that to search that. So we're not going to make the whole board. Right, we'll go Giant Rex here. We have to play this, like, in a really awkward way, just because of fucking Super Poly. We'll go Linkaribo. Activate the skill. Are not Resonators like expensive as fuck, needing like 5 boxes? Well, just everyone seems to be on Resonators, is like the big thing. Like, tournaments recently have been absolutely dominated by Resonators. Okay. So, normal baby. We pop the baby. Off of baby, we just summon baby. Ooh, we could go for that play. It's awkward, but right, we're going to go for this. We'll do this. We'll go for this. It kind of depends what he does, but if we force the Super Poly on Robin, that could also be really good. We go double Evo Pill. We go 1, we go 2. We're just going to summon out Tyrann.